to the 27.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
on 3rd down. It's Allen. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
a gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
He'll give this up the middle to Brown. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's complete to his tight. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun, Leonard. And he fires one incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
He's got this to Pickens. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Browns first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Allen. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Leonard.
Completes this one to Pickens. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal flasher. Trey Hendrickson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Burrow will throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Bengals.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Bengals first down. A gain of 15. And the
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
He was covered by Denzel.
He'll drop to throw.
And he is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Bengals first down.
An inside give, Brown. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now it's Burrow.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try the left side. Allen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Leonard. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
.47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
This is Brown going up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Carson Schlesinger out the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
No gain on the play.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Burrow on play action.
Now he'll tack this and run.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Burrow.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Cincinnati.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
With the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Leonard. Pickens on the slant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off-play action. Leonard looking downfield for Godwin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down. Leonard. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the sideline and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers. And he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Allen. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Daxton Hill in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line is taking charge and control of this game. Face a challenge stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease. Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and...
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals force the turnover. They take over at the 10. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in his ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow. And after the interception, they're sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
The 16-yard line.
Here's a give to Brown. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshibans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Bengals.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They give it to Brown. Nifty move. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
It's a gain of 9.
Second down and a yard. Right back to Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
At the 17-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Over the middle of the traffic, and that's complete.
Complete to number 1, Jamar Chase. 5 yards on the play. And it's
Here's Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
Mike Gesicki, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki.
For Cincinnati.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense and George Pickens set to take over again. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handing it off to Brown. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a bit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TV. Mike Gesicki, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns set to take over.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They give to Smith out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Third and 8.
A 2-yard pickup.
Operating from the gun.
Leonard. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now inside the 25.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
76 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. McPherson now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 62. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Fancy footwork in midfield. And a good physical.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and it come through with a 1-0.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's so tight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. 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 I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. How is it, D? It's tricky, tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, funky, bringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's
Black beans taking all that. We gon' pop a couple. While they poppin' paparazzi pictures. I got my in the back and my bros in the front leader. He keep looking at me, I'ma make that boy. I'm a his friend too, baby, I'm a whole cheater. We can go to France, Avatar, y'all both need a real one. More coin than your last one. Baby, damn, he ain't that fun. I mean, do we got a song with that punk? I mean, do we hit the club in this song? Come on. Do we rock a weed 30 inches long? Do we got a sold out tour? Do that? No, and I went tour. Hit that back room. You be that, I be that. We can get it. Tonight I'm on it. Tonight I'm in the zone. A bass jumping, the club pumping. It's hot. These coming in that club cause they won't try. I won't say I got a feel for you little nice, but I got a feel for you little nice. I pay the whole bill for you little nice. I do my little jig for you little nice. Then he whispered in my ear like, oh God, you know I got something for you little nice.
Probably thought they wanted me. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got 'em beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. And mother fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven or earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Yeah. She in Vegas, and Summer Lee with Baller, she flagrant. Once a good girl is gone, she gone forever, more forever. And now she dog 'em out whenever. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't, but I think girls better than men, and I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Yeah. If a girl do it better, if a
Gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't get caught in the matrix. Got that touch my savior. Give me that touch with my haters. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding away but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? It's a glitch, but you don't want to see more. No, you want to see more, but you only see soul. Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas. You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks attract. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Hold up, y'all gotta pump my taste. Hold up, y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up, we mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up, mine also dangerous. Hold up, y'all talk outrageous. Hold up, don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up, got that touch my savior. Hold up, give me that touch with my haters.
This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see
little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Dad took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I done. That's where they'll get us there, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Yeah, went for a drive, blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get sold. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Swear they'll get us there, 'cause I ain't done just yet. My parents' couch, tried to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. And they'll begin by running the option. This one to midfield before he's brought down.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 17 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help them reach the century mark.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jackson going to run again. Oh, look at the juke. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. All that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Henry again. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. And then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point.
Lead at 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
And this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
Brings up second and 12 at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
We're now at third down and 8.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 8.
Now Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra into it.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jackson going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now back to throw.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now 2nd and 3.
Mark Andrews. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Throwing is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Able to avoid him. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Winston. Under pressure, they got him again. Nnamdi Madubuike. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Throwing, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. Now, this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. A gain of 3, second down.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
31-yard line.
Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A shotgun handoff to Henry.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Here's Jackson.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
3rd and goal. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
A dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If you don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
First down.
Now it's Jackson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Kyle Hamilton
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
You look at this Browns defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
That's complete with Zay Flowers with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
47-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a gain of 6.
Jackson.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
19 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get into pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Jackson going to run.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
They'll try and run the option.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Looking to put a drive together. Winston now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
To throw is Winston.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And they run the option on second down.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Line of scrimmage to 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Inside handoff, Henry.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Ravens on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jackson. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Dances by him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Winston. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Go, go, go. Coming, I'm coming.
A first down carry for Henry.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
It's a gain of 11. And the Baltimore.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
In motion left, Bateman.
21-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And a catch made by Hopkins. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jackson now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Jackson's going to keep it. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Tyler Huntley keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens just continue to roll.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns set and ready to go on offense.
Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
To throw, Winston.
That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15 yards.
Here's Winston.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Again, it's Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down again.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will remain well behind.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They go play action with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The first down carry for Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
They showed up a nice juke to the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Henry out of the pistol. And he stopped immediately there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, Huntley.
Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. The Ravens on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Huntley to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go a bit free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And the Browns getting set to go.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury?
because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brings up third down and 1.
On third down, Sampson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 36-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Browns' 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Browns 1st down.
Smith trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Sampson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They go play action with Huntley.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Martin Emerson
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack.
Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there. being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw out the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers set to take over once more.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24.
Now 3rd down and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Hundley looks to throw.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Here's Hardman to return.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Winston now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wilson's got it complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It's our 2nd week in studio, 2nd week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And he was a top 10 rusher from a year ago, Josh Jacobs. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And it's Tua. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Dolphins have the lead at the half in a battle of teams looking to avoid starting 0-2. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And it's last year's MVP, Josh Allen. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. This one's at halftime with the Bills looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hit 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage. You got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And it's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw is Winston.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Jerry Judy. It's a gain of 8.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And the defense coming. Here's Winston. Caught. It's Wilson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the 26-yard line.
Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
To the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium. On play action, here's Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up second and 5.
Hopkins sent in motion. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the option, they give it to Henry. Not much there, maybe a yard. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. From the gun, Jackson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 8 yards to go.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
And the Baltimore
Hopkins sent in motion. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Wayne Walker.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Off the play fake, it's Jameis. Forced out left. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the ground, it's Sampson. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7. So, 37. Here's 2nd down and 3. On play action, Winston. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
A gain of 7. First down, Cleveland.
We'll go play action. It's Winston. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the ground, that is Brashard Smith. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Cleveland.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Browns.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
26-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Winston. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Ravens offense ready now for their 2nd drive. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
That is left side and caught by Fry. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
In motion comes Andrews.
And 7.
Jackson now on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Again, it's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up third down and 8.
On third down, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Fourth down and 1.
They'll run for it with Henry. He's going to have a Ravens first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now, Jackson. To the right side, he's got Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4.
Second down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Baltimore first down. First and 10.
They'll send Flowers in motion. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Max doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Play action now. Jackson taking off. He'll carry that ball loosely, and it is out. The Browns have it. Into space. Inside the 20. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Browns. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Browns are out to a 10-0 lead. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Alontae Taylor is there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third.
One of the tight ends in motion right. 3rd and short. Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, here's Henry. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Going to go right back to Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
14 more yards.
Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
16-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Hey, not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Baltimore.
Oh, their fullback trying to get it. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Patrick Ricard. Touchdown, Ravens. His first touchdown of the new campaign. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush the plays?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, the last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17 and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Run with Sampson, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jameis. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Winston. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And a good show of force there and get 4 tough yards out of that one. From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. We'll go again here with Henry. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game. Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beat. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, it's Davis. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. And he'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Browns with the advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. A design run here with Jackson. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, I got him, man, I got him.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the
quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
It is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Hardman now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you, because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even the 1 year Cleveland was up here in the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to that defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, Nnamdi Madubuike. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of this first half.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down. Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw, Jackson. Taking off.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Browns offense ready to take over once again. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off and I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, for that. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. Pick up there of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Jackson. That one's caught for Dante Wester. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up third and 1.
A run here with Davis. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing Jackson. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 15-yard line.
This is Davis. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On 31, here's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Ravens going to be set up with first and goal. They're able to convert on that third and 3.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Davis trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
That's the score. 17.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. Couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
You know, obviously, so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, when you look at Ashton Jenkins, he gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful runs? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day 1, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. So if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Inside run with Sampson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Browns. First down.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
From the gun on third down, it's Winston. Namde Malafike. He's been hard to handle, to say the least. That's now 3 sacks, 3 in the first half.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
LaJohntay Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it himself. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 2. Here we go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now they'll give to Davis.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Here's Jordan Stout now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Winston. This one is complete. It's Pickens. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8
yards. And the Browns 1st down.
Here's Jameis. He keeps it himself. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a give, left side, that's Sampson. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Browns.
To throw, here's Winston. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Jameis. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Namde Malafike. What a half he's putting together. 4 sacks now in the ballgame.
So right now, there's got to be a pretty honest conversation on the sideline between the offensive coordinator and the offensive line coach. They've got to come up with a way to get this guy blocked, and whether it's extra bodies at the line of scrimmage or different protection calls, whatever they got to do, they cannot continue to let one guy wreck the game.
Winston to throw. He'll get that out wide to Sampson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
That's another Browns 1st down.
To throw is Winston. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air. It's Winston. Catch made. Right side by Wilson. one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns cut the deficit down to 1.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Now he takes off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll motion a tight end right. Jackson now on 2nd down. To the tight end, Kohler. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A first down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. 2nd down, they need 7.
At the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And he was a top 10 rusher from a year ago, Josh Jacobs. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And it's Tua Tagovailoa. Well done here, it's a touchdown. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead at the half. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And it's last year's most valuable player, Josh Allen. One of his 2 touchdown passes here in the first half. This one's at halftime with the Bills with a 10-point lead at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the scores from a jam-packed Week 2 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he is stopped at the 25 and drive will begin there. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10.